Good for him. Thanks.
Good stuff, Dickie. Thank you. Now, from the images urging us all to pray for Paris to Kendall Jenner's heart-shaped hair, 2015 has been quite an eventful year online.
Certainly has. So which were the biggest internet sensations this year? Well, Nova radio presenter Smallzy has the details. Good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me at the
Smallzy.
desk.
Yeah.
Just very official at the desk.
It's good, isn't it? You're kingpin right in the middle.
Yeah.
So for some lovely old-fashioned reason, we're doing a neat half dozen here. So we're going to start at number 6.
Sure.
And we've got Princess Charlotte's birth back in May. First royal birth ever to be announced on Twitter.
Yeah, and within 24 hours, 46,000 retweets on the news from the Palace's official Twitter account. And then straight after the announcement, 4,500 Twitter posts per minute being sent about her birth.
Wow.
How many of those were yours, Lisa? Did you make any statement?
Well, we were live to wear that morning, so, you know, we did get a little bit involved.
All right, sure.
And, of course, hashtag doesn't she look like a mother?
And look, everyone loves baby news, so there's no surprises there. That definitely makes the list, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, number 5 is the legalisation of marriage equality in America and Ireland. And Obama's tweet announcing it in the United States was pretty popular, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it goes down on record as the number 4 most retweeted tweet of 2015. I think everyone loves a bit of good news. Hashtag love, which stemmed from the announcement. It was the most used hashtag on Instagram for the entire year. And Twitter released a whole bunch of stats yesterday. They're saying it's the 3rd most influential moment on Twitter across the entire 12 months of 2015, which is pretty insane when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, at number 4, we've got the Paris attacks, which became the most shared story on Twitter in 2015. This image, which you'll all remember, was retweeted right around the world. Peace for Paris and that symbol there.
Absolutely.
Jean-Julien.
Yeah, a really sombre moment and happening in November, as we would all be way too familiar with. Facebook earlier, about 12 months ago, released a safety check-in, which was for any area or any people who were living in areas that something like this had occurred. People could check in, let their family and friends know that they're safe. Within the 24 hours after the first attacks, 4.1 million people living in Paris had checked in to let their family and friends know that they were safe. And 430 million interactions on Instagram. That includes posts, likes and comments, including the famous symbol.
Such a beautiful symbol, that one, isn't it?
Absolutely.
All right, continuing with the countdown. At number 3, we have the One Direction boys, in particular, when Zayn Malik announced he was leaving the group. Harry Styles tweeted, "All the love as always," as social media went into absolute meltdown. Smallsy, you remember the moment?
I remember the moment. They say the kids of today are disenfranchised. I say not. I say not. That tweet from Harry Styles is the most retweeted tweet of the entire year. If you want to know how to engage teenagers, everyone, just leave a band and they'll be talking about it. So, yeah, that, as you said, Dickie, that was the tweet goes down as the most retweeted. But then the first song 1D had without Zayn, when they announced Drag Me Down, was the 2nd most retweeted tweet of the year.
Gee, they love their Twitter, the boys, don't they?
Oh, they do. You know what? You know the boys well, and I've spoken to the boys plenty of times, and they know that the fan base grew on Twitter and spread the word around the world for them. And then Zayn Malik leaving in March, of course, had 15.5 million retweets.
Of course it did.
And they make all their announcements on Twitter. They like to do it themselves.
They do. They like to be, like, basically let the fans know the information first.
Oh, dear. Girls are upset.
Oh, the tears. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's all over.
Oh, where's
Do you
yours?
think they'll ever regret that? I don't know, Lisa. Sorry, do you ever think one day they'll see that back and go, "Oh, what was I thinking?"
Look, I'm just really glad when Sherbet broke up back in the 70s that there was no social media, because there'd be some really ugly stuff out there.
Okay.
Bay City Rollers. Look. Before we move on, I just wanted to say that the irony of sitting between Smallzy and Dickie hasn't been lost on me. Okay. All right, number 2.
Did they do this on purpose?
Smallsy's got my jacket from the 80s, I just know.
Smallzy and Dick. Number 2 is no surprise. It's Caitlyn Jenner, of course. Now, the Jenners and the Kardashians have dominated social media this year, haven't they? Absolutely unbelievable.
Absolutely. So, Kendall Jenner, just quickly touching, her photo on Instagram is the most liked photo in history of Instagram, with the love heart shapes in her hair. There it is right now.
The Ellen photo. from the Oscars. Remember
No, that was the most retweeted tweet of all time.
Wow.
Yes, okay.
Gotcha.
But this is on Instagram, so this photo, which you look on first look, is quite unassuming, and you go, oh, it's pretty, but it doesn't make me want to double tap like on it.
No.
But it goes down as the most liked photo of all time. And then also let's quickly talk about Caitlyn Jenner announcing that she was going to change genders. She obviously it was a massive news story, which happened in April. By the way, I feel like it's still really hot topic news, even though it happened in quarter one of the year,
Kardashian
right?
effect.
Absolutely. So she actually has a couple of records. Not only the fact that she has the fastest growing Twitter account of all time. She reached 1 million followers in 24 hours, beating Obama's record. Her second tweet was the most retweeted tweets on Twitter.
Okay.
Bit of drum roll.
All right,
Absolutely.
drum roll. Quick, Dickie. Finally, that dress. It's still being liked and shared, and the crucial question is it black and white or is it white and gold?
Well, what does everyone see at the desk? Because I've been seeing this backstage, and then it sort of changes depending on the light in where you look at.
Dress.
I'm seeing
I'm
gold
black
and white today.
Gold and white?
and white.
I'm black and blue.
Yeah,
black and blue. So the thing is, this is the only photo of the dress that will ever confuse you colour-wise, because the way the photo was taken in this environment.
Right.
If you see a professional photo on a model, not only is it a bad dress, it's blue and black.
This thing annoyed me then, and it annoys me
It's
now.
got its own Wikipedia page. There's been more than 10 million tweets about it in the first week.
hope it goes
and
away
apparently
once
at the
and for all
time,
now.
BuzzFeed had to put on extra staff. Wait for this. BuzzFeed had to put on extra staff.
Of course they did.
Just to handle all the traffic going to the
Okay,
website.
well, there's still another 3 weeks to go, so who knows what could happen between now and the end of the year on social media.
Absolutely.
Smallzy, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Good on you, mate.